Hey everybody, Spaceman Spiff here with episode 16 of Spaceman Climbs. And today we're actually going to watch two replays. I have two human versus human games that I'm going to go over. And so I'm going to jump right into the first one. It's Spaceman Spiff against Barcode. And it's on Two Rivers, which is a very small map. So my general mentality in human versus human is to be hyper aggressive. I get my Archmage out, I get Footmen out, and I go straight on the offensive. I don't creep anything. I don't try and do any fancy power creeping. I want to be in his base, and I want to have all the pressure on his economy I can get. Meanwhile, I'm going to tech in my base while going to Casters Tier 2, and I'm going to set up generally 2 Arcane Towers along the way. And I think that this isn't really an outside-the-box strategy. This is a lot of fun to play, though. And in a mirror match, it's kind of hard to go too outside the box, right? To deal with the casters, you need to have Arcane Sanctums of your own. So really my game plan is to get to the mid-game before him and exploit that advantage. So you can see I've got my standard human base going up. I'm going to try and wall off eventually. I have an Archmage coming out, like I said. I'm going to start building Footmen immediately. I'm going to put down an Arcane Tower around here. But as soon as I spawn, I'm going offensively. Even if, by the time I get there, if he power creeps this and gets to level 2, I'm going to be ahead of him in tech, because now those peasants were not gathering lumber, so I'm automatically going to be ahead because of that. I'm probably going to delay his tech more, because hopefully my Archmage and Footmen will be able to pick off a militia or a peasant or two, because they're weak from having power crept and they're moving across the map and they're vulnerable. And that's all going to hopefully snowball into me being able to get my sorceresses, priests, and spellbreakers out before him. So I'm immediately building my Arcane Tower now, because I don't want an Archmage to be able to come into my base and harass my peasant line. I want my economy to be perfect the whole time. That's, even if I fall behind a bit in levels, I want my economy to be better than his. That's my real goal here. Because in a human mirror, economy makes a lot of sense, right? That makes a huge difference. So he gets this farm up, but I do get a peasant kill, so that's a start for me. I'm 1 kill up on him, even if he has some experience from creeps. I think I left this Footman to attack the farm, which is a terrible idea. That Footman should be coming to me. I'll pull him along eventually, but I left him there at first. I don't know what I was thinking. And we see he's got an Arcane Tower going up, but it's much later than mine. So if he were running to my base, I would be prepared. He's not, so I can harass here. And look, he was power creeping. So he's got an item on me. He's got more experience than me. But I have more wood than him. I start putting some damage on his Archmage with my water elementals out here. And I'm letting my Footman attack his peasants. And already we can see he's oversaturated his gold mine. Right, no, actually that was just a micro attempt to save that one. But I picked him off and I'm running these guys away. I managed to deal some damage to the enemy Archmage, who had to pull away. And now I'm not winning this, right? But I can get some extra damage on his militia. I can keep him calling to arms rather than teching. His Arcane Tower is now up. You can see, like I said, I'm getting a second one because I do not want any shenanigans going on in my base. I'm just playing so safe. Unnecessarily safe, some might say, but still. I'm going to get another militia pick there. He's about even with me in health. He's going to get this kill. I think I got that militia kill, but I am going to lose a Footman in the process. Still though, he hasn't teched, and I am 1/3 through. I have standard income. I'm going to eventually build to a couple more farms to increase my food. And I lose another Footman, which is not good, but at least it went to the creep, so it didn't go to him. I'm still keeping him moving around a bit. I have a water elemental here dealing some damage. I shouldn't let this happen. I should have pulled it away before, because I don't want to give away free experience like I'm doing now. But I am also taking down a farm, which is, if I can take it down and it doesn't delay me too much, that's something, right? That forces him to spend another 80 gold and 20 wood on a farm, plus that peasant isn't gathering wood, so it slows down his tech a bit, so it would be something. But I come back home. I've lost a couple Footmen. I still have 1 here. I've got 3. I'm pumping out more because You know, numbers add up. If I have 5 footmen to his 3, that's a huge advantage. I power build my Arcane Vault because I want to heal up, I want to get some clarity on my Archmage, and I want to go right back on the offensive. So I think that's what my game plan is going to be right here. Yep. Yeah. I could be creeping. Like, I'm probably falling behind. By the time I get to his base, he's definitely going to be level 2. If not level 3. Oh no, never mind. I decided to creep. Questionable. I think I should be going offensive, but I went to creep. I think I'm about to hit tier 2. There it is. And straight away Arcane Sanctum, and we're going to see Arcane Sanctum right here. And I'll probably go harassing as soon as I finish this creep then, I guess. This will get me level 2, which is Brilliance, or level 1, which is, you know, really important in these skirmishes. It allows me to have that many more water elementals. And he comes to creepjack me. So this game wasn't played that recently, so you can tell I'm forgetting a couple of the details, but still that's my thought process. Do I get the kill here? I do, nice. So I get a kill, Scroll of the Beast, not bad, and I'm putting damage on his Archmage. So even though I think we're about even in footmen numbers, I'm going to be able to hopefully get this kill. Water elementals are trading blows. I'm definitely going to be going offensive here. Oh no. Oh no, what a miss micro. I should have had that footman kill for sure. So here we go. Now I'm going to take out the farm. Both my sanctums are almost up. My Mountain King is on the way. I didn't get him right away. I prioritized my Arcane Sanctums first. And now I'm completely screwing up. I used Roar to try and ensure a kill on the Footman, and then I thought maybe it would be enough on the Archmage, and it wasn't. So I wasted 200 gold that I could have had by selling the item, or I could have used it in a fight to actually do something, but instead I just wasted it completely and took some heavy damage on my Archmage. But my Footmen are still alive. I know I was ahead in the tech last time I saw his base, and I have Priests coming out. My Mountain King's going to be out soon. I have a good number of footmen because I've been pumping them out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I'm going to go immediately aggressive now. Now because I'm positive my Sanctums went up before him. Even though I didn't power build them, I was ahead in the tech significantly. He might have... I think he might just be finishing his Arcane Sanctums by the time I arrive at his base with 2 Priests and some Sorceresses. Don't lose the footman. Good, okay, so I saved that. I'm creeping over here with my Archmage, just trying to get something a little expedited. My Mountain King's chilling. He should be over here as well. But I think I'm gearing up at this point for a big push. Let's see, there's another Sorceress on the way. So it should be noted as well, Sorceresses are not great in human mirrors, right? Because Spellbreakers counter them so hard. But again, I'm ahead in the tech, so if he did go Sanctums immediately, which chances are good he did, he's not going to be going straight for Spellbreakers. He's going to be getting some Priests first, or maybe a Spellbreaker or 2. But Footmen also do quite a bit of damage to Spellbreakers, and he's only got a level 2 Archmage, so it's not like the Spellbreakers will have unlimited mana. It's not like he's level 4 with level 2 Brilliance Aura. And I'm moving aggressively. So I bought 3 Ivory Towers with my Archmage. I'm bringing along just 2 Militia, I decided. I didn't think... Like, this isn't a tower push, but this is putting pressure on. And I'm going to set up towers, because that adds a lot of extra pressure to any push. And I'm going for it. So let's see. I'm going to pause it quickly. Let's go see his base. So he now has 2 as well. He's got Priests on the way, but like I said, that's his first Priest coming out. So, like I said, his tech structures came later than mine, and he's going for a Dispel, which makes sense, right? Because he wants to dispel my water elementals. He thinks that's going to be a big edge. But I'm coming at him before he's ready, and my Sorceresses are going to be powerful in this small kind of skirmish. And let's watch this. He gets a big bolt on my Archmage, but I pull it back. I don't think I even have a Lumber Mill. No, I'm just building 3 Arcane Towers, but it doesn't matter. And now it's just buy time. By the time I have enough spellcasters that if these towers get up, he's in trouble, right? He calls to arm his lumber militia, at least some of them, to come and engage, but it's still not looking great. He outnumbers me, but Sorceresses and Priests are in the back. I have a lot of damage output there. I hit level 3 on my Archmage before he does, and now things are starting to look a little better. He took down 1 tower. I have 2 peasants to repair these ones. Big thunderclap when I hit level 2 there to hit a lot of units. And the towers are almost up, and that's going to be a huge swing. Now that'll push back his heroes, that'll push back his priests. He has Spellbreakers out now, but it doesn't seem like it's enough, right? That one's not a counter to the 4 sorceresses I have. And he leaves the game. So that was a good win. It was only a 9-minute long game, and I was pretty aggressive throughout it. I wasn't hyper aggressive, I guess. I did stop to creep my expansion. But still, I think that highlights kind of the style I like to play in human versus human games. So I have one more game for you. It's Human versus Human 2 on Echo Isle, and we're going to jump right into it. In this game, I'm against Slice of Noob, who is also human. So I knew at the beginning of the game that it was a human mirror, which tells you right away I'm going to be going for a aggressive Archmage Footman strategy, because that's what I like to do. So there goes my altar. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. The guy let me pause for a while, which I appreciated. And standard build, like I said, we're going to speed it up. It's no point in watching this. Going to wall it off. Got a good spot for an Arcane Tower here or here. My Archmage is on the way. I'm going to get a Footman right away. There goes my first Arcane Tower. And I'm setting up a pretty safe base against any early human harassment, right? So what am I expecting? He could be coming for me. He could be fast expanding. He could be power creeping here. He could power creep this. He could do some fancy quick creeping of both of these greens. And those are all options to me as well, but I'm going at him. I want to take the fight to his base. I'm going to build another tower because I want my tech to be completely uncontested. I catch his peasant early, another advantage of going aggressive early on. So I don't need to cancel the farm right now. That's no good to him, and you can't finish it, and you'll have to commit another peasant to get there. So that was a big win for me. And once this tower's up, I'm free to tech, and there's nothing he can do. So it looks like he's doing the one option of power creeping this, like I mentioned. And I come into Creepjack. I can't get a whole lot of damage done. He's got 3 footmen to my 2. I've got 2 water elementals to his 1, but he's got the experience advantage. And my footman goes straight at the peasants. So he doesn't have an Arcane Tower, which means I'm free to get in close. There's not a lot of damage output on me. And now he's calling to arms some militia. These guys are not gathering wood right now. So even though his tech is on par with mine, probably, he's ahead of me in tech. But still, he's not getting the wood income that I am, right? That is something. I've also managed to put quite a bit of damage on his Archmage, so he's going to have to run around a bit. And these 2 footmen are running home. So he was able to tech this early while power creeping because he did not get the Arcane Towers that I did. That's a significant amount of wood saved. But that also allows me to be here with my Archmage, putting damage on his peasants. I'm going to be able to send some footmen in, and they're going to be protected a bit. And, you know, this is I'd rather be here and a little behind in tech than where he is and pressured. He comes in to harass me. I call to arms 1 militia here and easily put that away. He has to run away. He sees he can't harass my base. And look, all of these guys not gathering resources still. I'm trying to focus down some militia. He's microing well, but so am I think. My Archmage is pulling back way more than necessary. I have these 2 focusing on this. Starting to overcommit a bit, but he's completely walled in his base, so his Archmage can't get out, and I managed to engage him here. So I'm in a tricky spot. I should pull this footman down right now, I think. But instead... Oh, there. No. What do I do? Am I going to lose both? No. Okay, so I pulled that one down. I lose this footman, but again, he takes a lot of damage, and he spent 250 gold on Boots of Speed, which is a good investment, but it's also resources that I saved there. I'm partway to tier 2. I have a couple saved footmen. I have my vault going down. By being at his base, I'm able to cancel his vault. If the fight were at my base, then he'd be canceling my stuff right now. But because I've been aggressive all game and all the action has been here, he's not able to get his Arcane Sanctum up. And that's big, right? That Archmage is really weak, and that's his only means of healing in the future. So, there he goes again. I can't catch up. My hero's getting weak as well. So we're going to be in an interesting spot here. He starts going for my Archmage. And we're doing the dance. This is a fun dance. I think everyone enjoys it a bit. I get one attack in, but it's not enough. And I leave 2 footmen to chase and send my hero back. So notice I'm still pumping out footmen. I never really stop. You're not going to run out of gold doing this kind of strategy, and when I go for my bigger push with my casters that are hopefully ahead of it, there's his vault again. He's trying to get down. So I'm going to put some damage on with this footman. I've got one down here, one over here. And it's keeping him busy still. It's keeping him busy. I'm healing on my Archmage to come back in and keep putting pressure on. There looks like 1 Arcane Sanctum's coming down, and this Mountain King's ahead of mine. I haven't even started yet. Maybe this map has a tavern. I like to go Panda quite a bit too, so maybe I go Panda instead of Mountain King. We'll see. We'll see. I managed to get a pick off there, right? This is all wood. He's not, or all resources that is not going to wood. So just on time, he gets here. He's going to buy the health potion. I think I'm going to have to retreat. Yep. And he gets the Mountain King out. So now, I've used my teleport. He's putting... I think I sold my teleport. So I'm going to have to run away. He's got to run away as well. We're going to continue doing our dance. I have a bunch of footmen now. 4, 5 in base. 48 food. I'm sure I'll start building units soon. He's trying to catch my Archmage, but I don't think he'll be able to. And yeah, I have a Panda and 3 footmen over here. So I've definitely got footmen numbers on him. I think even though he might be on par with me in terms of that 1 Sanctum, I think I'm ahead of him. I'm feeling pretty good. He might have a little more experience than me because he crept this, but I've killed a lot of peasants, and my micro's been reasonable. So I'm feeling pretty good. I heal up everyone again. Another Clarity Potion on my Archmage, and I'm sure I'll run back. So the merits of the Panda versus the Mountain King. Mountain King is better for killing individual units. There's a lot of control that can be established by a Mountain King in small skirmishes. When the armies get bigger, the Panda obviously deals more damage. So I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of footmen and casters in this upcoming battle, a lot of militia. Typically in Human Mirrors, you see a lot of those kind of battles, and the Panda's great. The problem is, of course, that Spellbreakers hard counter him, but I'm hoping to win a game prior to it really getting to a point where there's mass Spellbreakers, because I'm bringing everything I've got. Again, so this time I'm bringing 4 peasants instead of 2. I did pick up 3 more ivory towers, so I'm gearing up for a big hit. Gonna make a point of not creeping this, I think. Yeah, no damage. And I've got some sorceresses on the way, some priests on the way, 3 here, 1 priest. So again, if he has a bunch of Spellbreakers, or if I give him time, like if I give him 2 minutes after he sees my sorceresses, then they're not very effective. But by engaging right away, he's not going to be able to react on time. So I set up my towers, I'm going to start them eventually, and engage this army here. So I'm ahead of him in tech. Look, 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 look. He has some priests on the way, but he only had enough resources to build 1 Sanctum because of all my harassment. Here's his 2nd Sanctum. He has 0 priests out. His hero was ahead of mine, and it's level 2, and he's got a level 2 Archmage against my level 2, level 1. But this edge I gained on him economically throughout the game just by taking the fight to him has resulted in my casters coming out on time, and that's just like... When you have footmen and casters against footmen, it's not even close to a fair fight. I also sent a couple footmen away from my army, seeing that it was comparable and I'd be able to engage this either way. I sent a couple in here to try and harass his gold line, because I knew he'd be leaving some of them in there while the wood guys came to fight. So, look, his slowed footmen just can't deal with it. He's trying to Stormbolt a sorceress. Yeah, see, these guys are holding position, so if this fight goes on, all that peasant line is going to die. And he calls good game, because there's not much he can do at this point, right? I think we more or less broke even in that whole micro-fest of a game, right? It was just footmen going one way, archmages going another way, water elementals targeting things. He killed more creeps than me, but I killed more peasants than him, and that led to me getting my sanctums up earlier, and that led to me being able to push him over quite early. So that's what I almost always do in Human Mirrors. I love playing that. I think it's fun. I like the micro battles and those little skirmishes with footmen. So I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you maybe picked up on something or got some ideas for your own game. And questions, comments, criticisms are welcome. If you could like or subscribe to the video, that would be great. And have a great rest of your day.